Hey, I'm Andrew. I make videos and I put them on the internet and I hope they help people. This is a part of a video series where I explain how I went from being completely homeless, like piece of cardboard homeless, not couch surfing with your buddies homeless, to having a place to stay in a month and 10 days, a very short period of time. I ended up homeless about a year ago, and the first 3 videos were simply me covering my strategy going into being homeless and some of the struggles that I ran into. And this video is exactly how I got out of those struggles and started building my way up out of the dirt. Charles Darwin said, "It's not the fastest, it's not the strongest, or even the smartest species that survives." He said it's the most adaptable. And when everything keeps changing on you, and if you remember from the last video, everything was definitely changing on me, you have to stay adaptable. I was just about out of money at this point in time. The one time in my life I tried to get EBT, tried to get food stamps, they said there was a waiting period on them. The day labor company didn't have any jobs, and I was going to sleep in 8-degree Fahrenheit temperatures with my face in the dirt. But when I woke up that next day, I finally had caught a break. And it wasn't much, but it was some momentum. See, while applying for different jobs, while at this point I'd obviously take anything, I really went out of my way and took extra care when I was applying for jobs that paid weekly. And I did this for 2 reasons. The first is very obvious. I was broke. And even if I got paid weekly, I still have to wait 2 weeks for my first check. Going hungry for 2 weeks is already bad enough. The second reason is because when you get an apartment, one of the requirements is they always want to see 2 of your most recent paycheck stubs to verify you have a job. And if I got paid bi-weekly, I have to wait a full month to get a place. But if I got paid weekly, I can move in sooner. And I had finally got my break. I didn't just get 1 call back, I got 2 calls back from jobs. Now, one was a bread factory that would pay me weekly, and it was exactly what I needed. The other was actually a really, really cool restaurant job. And so I just took them both. Unfortunately, I knew, even though I didn't really like working there, if my schedules clashed, I was probably gonna have to prioritize the bread company. But I did still know, even if I got to work there temporarily, working as a cook, I was probably gonna get fed, might even get some tips, and working at the bread factory, I mean, I probably am not going to go hungry. 1 or 2 loaves of bread can go missing. And those 2 choices, taking those 2 jobs, they didn't only just stabilize my life eventually, but they actually kept me from starving as well. For the next 2 weeks, I ate scraps of meat from the restaurant, mixed with the free mac and cheese that I would get when I worked there. That and massive amounts of plain bagels from the factory. Now, a lot of people's stories, they would end here. They'd say, things finally started to work out for me, we got the ball rolling, and everything was just peachy. In a couple weeks, it was all good. And if I was some boomer giving you a fake story of how they went to school or something, I'd end the video series right here. But that would be a lie. That would be disingenuous and it would be dishonest, because I was definitely not out of the weeds yet. In fact, things got a lot harder and a lot worse before they ended up going right. My first check from the factory, because of their pay periods, they're set up weird, they ended up only being like $200. And then somehow they actually got the next check messed up as well, because they said they were swapping me to direct deposit or something. It eventually got straightened out. But at that moment, with 2 jobs, working at a bare minimum 65 hours a week, I was struggling with right around $100 a week. I was eating bread still for weeks. I was losing weight, but it was like nothing but muscle. Like, I don't have much fat on me. Obviously, that did hurt me mentally, because I've always been very proud of my physique and how hard I do work on it. But even with the craziness going on, the mental stress, I knew I had it made up in my mind. I had to keep showing up. And with that first little check, that first $200 I got real shaving razors so I could stop shaving with the box cutter. And I got another pair of like $8 Walmart shoes, because the first ones that I bought after my shoes got stolen had holes in them at that point. Landing those 2 jobs, they were my first real turning point. It was real structure that I could build off of. Now, just like I said, I wasn't even close to the home stretch. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how a lot of little setbacks almost completely ruined everything, right when it did seem like I was getting a little momentum. Like always, thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I'll see you over there. Hey, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. If these videos helped you even a little bit, consider subscribing. It really doesn't cost anything, and it helps me keep making real, no BS content for young people.